Yo, welcome to episode 9 of the Redraft Rejects. As you already know, I'm the commissioner, the warden, the black lung, Mr. Top 3 in the EFL for this week. Pat, my co-host, what's going on, man? First and foremost, how are you feeling, my boy?
I'm feeling all right, man. You know, this week I'm Jesus. I need some help.
Now, for those that don't know why you're saying you need help, would you care to explain?
Last night I took some medication that I'm still on, unfortunately. Um, and you know my eyes got heavy. You feel me? And when I went to sleep last night, it
Hold
was
on, you
three
say your
seconds.
eyes got heavy or your thighs got heavy?
Shut up, you bald bastard. Uh, not in the mood today for this shit. um, Last night I went to sleep. 3 seconds left in the second. You know what I mean? Uh, Jerry Judy had 4 points at the time. I wake up this morning, this man had 42 points, man. 42 points. 42 points, and it's like, damn, I had you on my fantasy team for 5 weeks and decided to drop you off my team because
Yeah.
you wasn't doing absolutely nothing. And you decide to get picked up by the other fat man in the group or the heaviest man in the group,
I was gonna say the other fat man. There's multiple fat men in this group.
the heaviest of the heaviest in the group, and then put up 42 against me.
Yo, that first of all, that I was talking to Jeff yesterday. Let's see, here we go. Bad decisions all around by Pat. Been saying it all year.
Yo, do me a favor and just don't post nothing on this screen that he says anymore for the rest of this podcast. Like, for real, because I will, I'm gonna drop these voodoo chips on the table and I'm gonna log the fuck out. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not even gonna lie to you. If you post something else that Jalen says,
But I gotta come on, man. He's
no,
one of
no,
the two
not
viewers that
today.
we got. I need to show him some love.
Look, we got to understand one thing. I've had we talk a lot on the phone behind the scenes about everything: football, basketball, games, life. And
Yeah.
my this year has been the worst year for me, and you know that. So let me get a day to myself and not deal with Jalen, please.
Or can I at least read it?
If it's something with me in it, no. Anybody else pertaining to anything else, be my guest, but not me.
All right.
Don't
So
if it's
anything pertaining
including
to
me.
you, anything pertaining to you, I won't put up on the screen. I won't read. But if it's something else, I'll add it on there.
Yes, and if it feels like a sneak this, no. All right, because we know him. He's gonna try to read the room with his braille face.
Oh my god. Yo, but crazy ass weekend. Like I was saying, I was talking to Jeff yesterday and we were saying like, oh, if we were going in the scenario if you, him, and Marcus all win last week, you guys will all be tied heading into the last matchup of the week. Jeff is a fucking mad scientist because if you guys look at Marcus's team, he's on a bye week hell,
Boy, and that's yo. I started off like that. I had to
right?
get rid of pieces because of that.
He He is on a bye week hell, and Jeff made it worse, sending him Mark Andrews and Scary Terry. Right, this was all a calculated plan by the Jew, and he was put it like this: Jeff Marcus is playing checkers, Jeff is playing chess out here, bro, and Alex is playing Chinese checkers. But
Absolutely.
but master fucking mind by Jeff. So we're going over the scenarios of like who needs to win, who needs to lose, how many points does he need to make up, and I was picking up Alexa from school, and he goes, if Drew beats Pat, there's a possibility that Drew, if he wins his next game, and both Marcus and Jeff loses, depending on the points total, Drew can make the playoffs. Which I laughed. I said, I don't see that happening. And literally, Jeff said, I've seen crazier shit in the EFL. So,
Absolutely right.
um, as the game was
You
going
know
on
what's
yesterday,
crazy? Before the game even started, right? Before all the games even started. Let's go back to Wednesday. I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, I just gave up JSN, right? Just made that blunder of a trade. Just for some reason, it didn't work out once again. mind you, Javante Williams having the weeks that he was having before this happened.
Yeah.
Um, I have a choice between Quentin Johnston and Pat Fairmouth. This man put up 19 points on my bench, and I thought about it. I'm like, why would I start another tight end at flex? And I know how it's been for
Yeah.
tight ends. Boy, even with that, I still would have lost. But
The For me, it's just the fact that at one point Drew was 1-7, I believe,
yes,
and he just, bro, he's fighting for the last playoff spot. Um, not sure if mathematically you're out of it. Uh,
honestly, everybody else has to lose this week for
so
me. But even at that point, it comes down to points at that point.
let me go over just the standings real quick. After last week's games, right? So we got Jalen, even with her loss, he's still in first place. Um, Depending on what happens this week with his game and Travis's game, they can either both be 10-4, or Jalen can win, Travis can lose, vice versa, whatever. But Jalen's in first, 10-3 record. Travis is in second with a 9-4 record. I jumped Conrad after a win last week, which we'll go over when we go over the thing. So I'm now in third, and Conrad's in fourth. And I got Conrad on the head to head because we're tied. Then we have Brian and Alex. Alex is, I got to look at the head to head, but I think Brian might have Alex. Let me just check that real quick before I go over
Hey,
anything else.
what's the pen?
Um, hold on. Let's see. Because, this is where head to head start to matter, man. Uh, Alex. Where are you? Where are you? Yep. So Brian has Alex on the head to head matchup. So Brian will be in the fifth spot with both 7-6 record. And right now, as we speak, Marcus holds the tiebreaker head to head 2-0. I think I'm lying. 1-1 against Jeff. So they're tied, but Marcus has the points over Jeff right now. So Marcus is in the final seventh spot as we speak, with Jeff right behind him. And then obviously you and Drew are fighting at 5 and 8. At this point, you need Marcus to lose, Jeff to lose. You need to win, and you need to make hella ground on points, which I don't think that's happening.
I don't think so.
So is it safe to say you're out of the playoffs this year?
Like Jeff said, we seen some strange shit happen. Now, how many points I need to put up? 300 and
So
some change?
hold on. So as of now, let me just do the math real quick to see how far you are behind Marcus.
Almost 300 points, maybe even over that.
Of 14.76. Where the hell are you? 0.85. All right. So right now, you are behind 127.21 points behind Marcus.
127. So I gotta hope he puts up low numbers. I gotta hope he's in up.
First of all, Marcus would need to put up like 40 points, and you would need to put up like
No,
100.
if so I'm down what 127?
127.21 right now.
Let's just say right for some odd reason Marcus ends up with 85.
Okay.
Right? That's a little over 200 points.
So that's 212.
212. We've seen 227 in this league before.
But do you think you have the roster and the firepower to
And
go get you 213 points?
fuck the Giants. I'm gonna just start off with that because no, I'm unfortunately fuck the Giants, fuck New England. Um, these are teams that have caused me a enormous amount of pain this year. You feel me? Like just terrible decisions. Not enough. Like I'm gonna keep it 100. Next year going into the draft is gonna be a whole different strategy. Um, yeah, Jalen, you can keep that. I don't care for it no more. But I'm gonna fuck y'all up next year.
Yo, can we establish this now? Can we, as a league, even if we get about nine, let's say nine, eight to 10 of us to go and visit Drew and have the draft in Tennessee this year?
I don't mind. Hell yeah.
I
Because
don't think it's
this is it's been in the talks for a couple years now.
that's what I'm saying. Can we this should get out of the group chat and reality? Like I said, I know Travis's broke lazy ass probably won't go. I doubt Conrad would go.
But you see, it wouldn't be now. Don't get me wrong. A flight is very comfortable, right? But if everybody's schedules allow it, you don't need you can make a lot out of nothing if that makes sense, right? We all have cars. We can y'all can drive. Y'all can do the things. You get what I'm saying?
How far is Tennessee from you?
Tennessee for me is about it 5 hours.
Chattanooga is like an hour
Like an
30
hour,
minutes.
yeah. Chattanooga's close, but I don't know if you want to say the middle of Tennessee. Let's say 5 hours.
I don't know.
I
I
know
don't
for
know.
you guys, it's
I
gonna be
think
about
I think Drew's probably. I
16
think Drew
hours,
said he's in Knoxville.
Oh yeah, Knoxville about
4 hours.
That's still not bad. You know what I mean? So like we can. My thing is we can do that. You know what I mean? Like Drew's down there. We could probably do the draft in the fucking sheriff's office. You know what I mean? Drew got
Hell
connections down
no.
there.
Hell no. You want to get what is wrong with you? Hell no.
No, but for real,
Oh,
for real. I think,
cuff
I
him.
think,
As
I
soon
think,
as I walk in, cuff him.
I think we really need to think about it because, like I said, we can easily do carpools down there, man. You know what I mean? Like we got Alex, myself, Kevin, Chris if he's still in the league, um, Conrad if he goes. We can easily do something where we can meet up for a weekend. You know what I mean? Friday, do a Friday, Saturday, so you know what I mean. Check in Friday if we all chip in for Airbnb
So
all day.
say, look, around that time, around draft time, right? Um, this is perfect because it's still Tennessee. It might be a little dry for him. Um, but in the Chattahoochee area, they do cabins and shit like that for real low. There's tubing, there's different activities we could do there as well. It's nothing for us to get like a 8 room cabin or a 7 room cabin for all of us to have our own space. Do the
Listen,
draft that weekend. You
we,
get what I'm
we
saying?
we've all shared a bed, slept on the floor with a couple quilts, and that's nothing. You know what I mean?
I don't
Ain't,
sleep, so I'm not sharing a bed with none of you grown, bald headed, fat bastards. I don't.
ain't nothing wrong with that, man. But I would really love to do the draft next year in Tennessee with Drew. So Drew can actually meet everybody in person. We can chill out there with Drew, have a good time.
Has
And then,
anyone said anything in the comments about the trip or weighed
uh,
in?
not yet, man, but it has to be something that we start planning now. We could probably, being that it will be in August, and all if we book it now, it'll be a lot cheaper. Um,
August is still hot down here.
that's what I'm saying. It's still hot. Like you said, there's activities that we could probably do. You know what I mean? Like either way, I want to really do something down there, and like I said, link up with Drew for the weekend.
And you know who's going to be very comfortable there? Jeff.
So, why? Why?
Shalom. Shalom, all right? Shalom.
All right.
just I'm gonna send you the link afterwards, and you're gonna be like, I get it, I understand.
I think we spoke a little too much, man. We're 15 minutes in. We really haven't even gotten a touch of what happened this week. But we're gonna go to the first matchup, which the top two scoring teams of the league this past week. We got Travis, who's been killing shit. As you can see, we rocking the black and silver for his Raiders because he's the highest scoring team with 173.82. Beats Jalen 173.82 to 159.56, right? Jalen would have beat anyone else in the league. He just happened to run up against Travis, who the Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase stack has been working wonders for him this year.
Boy, I know Travis is excited.
He,
Travis hates Jalen's guts more than I do.
you know what? I don't know the beef between Travis and Jalen.
Yeah, that I don't
I
understand.
do think there's an unpaid bet somewhere
I
in
believe so.
there. Travis said he doesn't remember. Jalen says he has witnesses. I plead the fifth, whether I was the witness or not. But Jalen said he's gonna slap the shit out of Trav next time he sees him. Trav said, "Ha ha ha, yeah, right." And shit just goes on and on, right? Whatever. So we got Travis beating the shit out of Jalen by almost 20 points this past week, right? In the loser squad, we got Kyler COD Murray, right? Too busy playing on the sticks and not focused on the playbook, 17.8 points. Then Saquon, who like you said last week, he got lucky with Saquon, right? 19.7. Alvin Kamara, 17.15. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 12.8. Mike Evans, 27.55. Sam Laporta on Thursday, 3 catches, 6 yards, 2 of those are touchdowns. So 15.6. Bucky Irvin, which y'all don't want to listen to Jalen, but he said it. Jameer Gibbs 2.0. Jalen's been letting y'all know. He's been warning y'all. He's been trying to help, but none of y'all take his none of y'all listen to his advice, take his help. So Bucky Irvin and his flex were 29.5. Will Lutz 11.3, and the Chiefs defense were 8.6 for the losing squad this week. Right, like I said, he would have beaten anyone else but Trav. Now you go to Travis's squad. Joe Burrow, Joe Cool, Joey Ice, whatever you want to call him, 24.35. Josh Jacobs, 22.7 on Thursday night against the Miami Dolphins. James Connors, 12.6. Jamar Chase, 20.85. Like I said, man, that stack between Burrow and Jamar Chase is one carrying Trav to victories this year. DK Metcalf, 11.1. Brock Bowers, 31.45. I read an article today that said Brock Bowers should be the offensive rookie of the year. I think because of the team he's on and their record, he's not going to get it, but homie is fucking balling. So shout out to Brock Bowers for that, man. Trav ran a 2 tight end set, something that you was thinking of doing. He actually did.
He actually did it.
Jonnu Smith, 22.05. And then, like I said, this guy last week, Parker Romo, who the fuck is that? Kicker from the Vikings, 13 points. And the Steelers defense with 15.72 points. So, like I said, man, Trav took the highest scoring team to beat me, not even worried about it. Like I said, Jalen, you would have beaten anyone else. It was just bad luck. It was bad timing. You just ran into the top scoring team this week. That's all it is, man. It happened to me for the last 2 years. The shit hurts, man. The shit hurts. But I just don't like what Jalen was saying in the chat last week. And Jalen, why do you think no one wanted to trade for Bucky Irvin, Jalen? If you can just, put your little comment in, because Bucky Irvin's been balling out of control. And you called it, man. You called it. So shout out to
Jalen can't say that.
Shout outs for Jalen for seeing and evaluating talent better than anyone else in this league.
Jalen can't say that though.
Can't say what?
He can't say that nobody offered him something, because when I went to go offer him somebody for Bucky, he overpriced him just like he normally does.
I think people are biased and they think I'm bullshitting them. Pat is one of them.
No, that's not true. You oversold this man. You was trying to. He wanted half my team for him.
Do you remember the exact offer?
He wanted Kyron and Nico and somebody else at the time.
Pat is lying once again. He never offered to get Bucky.
I don't know yet.
So somebody's lying. Somebody telling the truth. But Pat, move on to the next matchup of the week.
Y'all the Amazon card and pay my network.
I think so. Hold on.
I know you doing some shit.
Yo, how desperate was I for another running back?
You were. Let's see. He wanted my kidney.
Yo, but nah, seriously, I did contact him about running backs. Jalen had 4 running backs. Why am I not gonna contact you? As matter of fact, I think I spoke to you about the trade. I
About
think I
Bucky, I
asked you
don't
who
know.
I should offer him. And then when I offered him a certain trade, he was just like, nah, I need Nico and Kyron for him. I said, what?
So this was at the beginning of the year.
This was at the beginning of the year. I needed another running back. Desperately.
Do you, do you think if you would have held on to Nico and Kyron, you would have been in a lot better shape?
Hell yeah. Fuck neighbors. Malik ain't been doing shit but complaining all fucking season. I get it. They not giving you the ball. But yo, let's be we ain't got time to break down the Giants. I'll save this for the end of the episode if we got 5 minutes. I'll break down the fucking demise of my fucking New York Giants later. Let's just get back to this. I'm trying to log in so I can pull up these stats for you. But
All
yeah,
right, so I'll go on to the next one. Then when you're ready, just jump in. Oh, let's see. He's a liar. He never wanted Bucky. He wanted Saquon. Man,
I
I
couldn't
always
get Saquon because I knew you was gonna ask for my whole body. No homo. Why would I ask you for Saquon and I know you're gonna ask for 3 worlds for this man?
let's
You wasn't giving up to Saquon to nobody, so why would I ask you about that? Come on, I think
put me in
logically.
this video call. I can't stand this nigga's lies no more.
Man, leave that man where the hell he at.
That's a. I knew somebody was gonna say it. That's a lot of body.
Fuck y'all.
All right, but while Pat tries to remember his password like Conrad at the draft a couple years ago, we got a close matchup, which Marcus was down and struggling to come back and win, but a late touchdown by Nick Chubb pushed them over the top. They weren't really using Chubb last night, but he had a receiving touchdown towards, I think, the third quarter or whatever it was. But Marcus pulls out the victory, 134.96 to 131.51, keeping his playoff chances alive against Chris. Like I said, might be the last year for Chris, man. I've been saying it. Like I said, Eddie. I think Eddie wants back in. So if he's serious about that, then we might bring back Eddie.
Look, Eddie done showed that he's back at tip top form shape. I wouldn't mind it, and then Chris is gonna have to go to not the off with your head league and see how he does there. Because
Yo,
I ain't gonna front. There was a couple good people in that league that could be traded out. You hear me, Jalen? We could trade people out. I am told to miss.
I don't know if you know, but your camera's off.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get my email in this
All
thing
right,
in sync.
just making sure. So we got Chris, who Patty Mahomes with 15.7, Brees Hall, probably the biggest bust, if not the biggest bust in the first round this year with 5.25. Brian Robinson Jr., 18.65. Lad McConkey, 20.45. T. Higgins and his wide receiver 2 at 18.65. Hunter Henry, 15.75. Darnell Mooney with 5.5 points at his flex. Evan McPherson, 8.8. And the Jets defense with 22.76, man. That's the only thing that came to play for the Jets because Garrett Wilson didn't do shit. Aaron Rodgers didn't do shit. I just said Brees Hall didn't do shit. So if it wasn't for the defense, probably, man, this game would have been 26-14. I think they had I want to say a pick six or a scoop and score for a touchdown. I can't remember. But now Marcus barely squeezing this one out. Like I said, man, keeping his playoff chances
Boy,
alive.
like one of them shits that Drew be dropping. Barely getting out.
Hold
Why
on.
is it not sending the code to
Listen,
my phone?
I got somebody just sent me some proof here that Bucky or you did try to go after Bucky Irvin, but Jalen wanted Puka in return.
It was Puka and somebody else.
It was no. So he wanted Puka for Bucky Irvin and Jacoby Myers. I don't know when was this sent. Doesn't give me like a timestamp, so I don't know if this was like later before the.
Let me see. Let me see that. Let me see that screenshot real quick.
Hold on. Let me send it to you real quick. Where the fuck is? All right, I just sent it to you. But so one of Marcus's boys from the Ravens, Lamar Jackson, 26.75. Tyrone Tracy, rookie running back from your New York Giants, Pat, 15.25. Nick Chubb, like I said, late touchdown, pushed him over the top with 13. Another Raven, Zay Flowers, 10.85. Scary Terry, 28.3. Mark Andrews, another Raven, 19.65. Jordan Addison, 9.9. Jake Moody gave him negative 0.2 points. And the Packers defense with 11.46 points, man. Not that, Scary Terry had a big game, but other than that, everybody else did, pretty decent for him. Just go over the matchups, man. Everybody did, they did decent, just enough for Marcus to pull this one out and get the dub. So Marcus moves to 6-7, holding down the last playoff spot in the EFL. Are you all set to go, Pat, or should I keep it moving?
Keep going, man. I'm trying to get this code sent to my phone, and I might have to send it to your phone. This thing's acting up.
All right. So next matchup, we got Kevin beating up on Conrad. 154-21 and 124-29. I don't think no one saw this. No one saw this when the week started. Probably not. Kevin's been asked for the last 2.5 years. I don't know what to say, man. He's might be the first three-peat in the sack history. I don't know if he read, but in the rules, if you three-peat, you gotta kiss both testes and then lick right up the middle.
Boy.
So there's a possibility that he'll be licking that that little vein that be in the middle of the nigga's balls, bro. Conrad is having a great year, but took a tough loss on this one. CJ Stroud was 16.8. Then he had David Montgomery with 17.15. Chase Brown, who of course I trade away and just starts fucking balling out of control, 20.25. JJ, 17.9. Drake London with 18.8. Evan Ingram with 11.6. Jawan Jennings, 9.35. Justin Tucker. You know what? Conrad might need to think about moving on from Justin Tucker. Justin Tucker could possibly cost Conrad a championship this year.
Boy.
Imagine coming down. He needs Justin Tucker to nail a 50-yard field goal to get 5 points to win, and he pushes that shit right or pushes that shit left. It's something to think about, Conrad. Like you might, but hold on. If I'm not mistaken, Conrad has like 7 kickers on his team, right? No, he actually dropped them. So Conrad, something to think about. I know Justin Tucker is a future Hall of Famer. He's been one of the best kickers in NFL history, but he's pretty washed up, right? At least this year he is.
Boy, after he made that mistake of staying in front of Mahomes and Buddy, boy, it's been bad for that man, boy. So, I don't even know what to tell him no more.
4.4 points from Tuck and an 8.0 point from the Eagles defense. 124 could have beaten some teams out here. Couldn't just beat Kev. Kev, your man started possibly rookie of the year between him and Bo Nix. But I think it might be Jaden Daniels. 32.7 points. Jonathan Taylor, JT, the same guy that I had when I put Eddie in the coffin when I wrote a eulogy for him a couple years back because JT put up like 40 on him. 19.3. McCaffrey had 9, almost 10 points, 9.95 before he got injured again. And now is if Dr. Jalen's still watching, he broke down what the PCL was. and how is that important? So he's out for the year. Cortland Sutton had a big game yesterday, giving Kevin 17.7. George Pickens with a 16.9. David Njoku, who probably helped Kevin to victory this past week, 26.45. Your man had 9 catches for 52 yards and 2 touchdowns. James Cook in that snowball, running all over the place, 19.75. Big Mick Jake with 6.5, and he had the Buccaneers defense with 4.96. Big win by Kevin, but all at this point Kevin doing is playing spoilers. He's just fucking people seating up. He's just, and that's what I like. You know why? Because he didn't give up, and he could have easily said, Conrad is an overrated 8.5, 10 more points than Jeff this season, 30 less than Marcus. Whoo! Somebody break it. It's always an Asian to break down the
bring up
number.
math. Bring up some fucking math.
It's always the Asian. And this is why I got Alex into this, so I don't have to crunch the numbers no more. But like I said, Kevin could have easily not worry about his lineup anymore. He could have, who cares? But your man is playing spoiler, and I like that. Thank you, Kevin, for this win, pushing me up to the number 3 seed. And if things work out the way it does, I'll be either playing Brian or Alex this upcoming week. Are you good to go, or should I keep it moving?
Man, keep this thing is here. It's aggravating, bro.
All right, just make sure you get your shit for your stuff.
I'm trying.
CMC died because of Kevin, though.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got Brian and Jeff. All right, this is Olave died because of Kevin. Oh, dead. Sorry, Olave dead because of Kevin. So this is easily like Ebro and Rosenberg. We got a Puerto Rican and a Jew right here. Brian versus Jeff. Jeff comes out on top, 137.75 to 104.25. Brian's team just shit the bed this week, man. He had about 4 or 5 guys going on Thanksgiving Day between the couple games I was on. His 3rd round pick, who he stands behind his 3rd round pick, Jared Goff, 22.15. Aaron Jones, if he doesn't have this late touchdown at the end, gives Brian 2 points, 2.05. But that late receiving touchdown pushing up to 9.05. Jahmyr Gibbs, who you don't know which week is going to be Montgomery. You don't know which week is going to be Jahmyr Gibbs. One of them is going to go off. One of them is going to have a decent game. They both might go off. It's just hard with that Detroit Lions backfield. 11.4. Cooper Kupp, 4.7. He had 3 catches for 17 yards. That's it. Brian Thomas Jr., 19.45. Now, who knows how's his production going to be without Trevor Lawrence, because Trevor got a concussion off of a dirty hit, so it's back to Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. George Kittle didn't do shit in that snowball, 1.7. DeAndre Hopkins with 13.5 for the Chiefs. Dicker the kicker with 13 even, and the Lions defense with 9.3. Terrible game for Brian, man. Like I said, you get 9 points from a running back, 4 from a receiver, and 1. What happened?
No, I'm technical difficulties over here.
And then 2 points from George Kittle. Didn't do shit for Brian. So luckily for Brian, he has that 5th seed in the playoffs right now as we speak, because he does own the tiebreaker head-to-head against Alex, so he will be number 5. But Jeff keeping his playoff chances alive as well. Jordan Love, 25.7, right? Devon Achane, 21.75. Gus the Bus Edwards, who I'm pretty sure he thought was going to have a bigger game before the injury to J.K. Dobbins. Gus really didn't do shit, 4.8 points. Tyreek Hill, 21.05, who he got back in that trade for sending Marcus, Scary Terry, and Mark Andrews. DJ Moore, 24.2. The ageless tight end, Zach Ertz, 12.75, man. I love Zach Ertz, right? He holds a special place in my heart. Even though he's rocking with the Commanders, Zach Ertz is still that guy for me, man. Rookie Marvin Harrison Jr., 17.5 points. Uh, Tyler Bass with 3 points, and the Vikings defense with 7. Um, this if you had to choose, Pat, between Marcus and Jeff, and which one you think will make the playoffs, and which one will be a tougher team to beat in the playoffs, what's your opinion on that?
Tougher team is definitely. I feel like Marcus has the tougher team, but your boy Jeff is calculated. You know what I mean? Like them Jews know how to work magic. You feel me?
Yeah.
The googly fingers. Oh, now y'all want to send me my damn code? Look at this.
But that's
Look at this.
it's perfect timing. Perfect,
Perfect
perfect
time.
timing. But I, I'm I think I'm opposite of you. I think I'm rocking more with I think Jeff will make the playoffs. Uh, I, yo, read this. I'm not gonna even read this one. You.
Yo, just because I am a black man and I could read this out loud for you, Alex, my Chinese brethren. Um, yo, black guy is harder to catch.
Oh, but easier to tame. Yeah, you feel me?
Yo, and you talk about me, you're gonna get us canceled. How you?
Listen, it's proven. Listen, I didn't say nothing that hasn't been proven in America already. That's it.
You absolutely right, brother.
I'm saying
I-
harder to catch, easier to tame. That's it. Once you catch him, you got him. That's all I'm saying. Motherfuckers ain't going nowhere besides in or out the house, depending on what shade they are.
Boy,
But I'm leaning. I think Jeff has the harder. I think Jeff has the tougher team. Jordan Love is a top quarterback. He has Achan, who can go off any week now that Tua's back. You add that with Tyreek Hill, Marvin Harrison Jr. And he has the Tyreek stack if he wants to go Tyreek and Tua and really put up numbers, right? But I just think that having 3 Dolphins might, be overkill compared to Marcus's squad. I think Marcus is too dependent on the Ravens. Um, Lamar Jackson, what I said, Mark Andrews. I think he still has Deontay Johnson on his bench. So there's a lot. Who knows what kind of moves Marcus is going to make this week to kind of cover up his bye week? Because for those that don't know, let me go over to Marcus's team real quick. Hold on. Week 14. Why the fuck I can't go to? Hold on, because I need to see this, man. So week 14, he put players in, but at one point, Lamar Jackson bye, Scary Terry bye, Zay Flowers bye, Mark Andrews bye. So he's actually running this week with Justin Herbert, Tyrone Tracy, and Nick Chubb, Adam Thielen, and Marquez Valdez-Scantling as his receivers. All right. Jordan Addison, his flex, Noah Fant at his tight end, Jake Moody's Packers defense, right? I'm not saying it's a bad team, right? But I don't think this team puts up enough points to beat Jalen. And that happens, he's out, Jeff is in. That's it. It would.
let me see.
I feel very sorry for Marcus. I wanted him to make the playoffs so bad, but I need this bye week, man.
Let me see. Week 14.
All right. But now that you up and running and the technical difficulties is off, can you please break down your matchup against the Sheriff?
Yeah, I got you, man. So yeah, like I said, going into halftime and that game last night, I was The score was 101-71.
Yeah.
I was up, and he had 90 points and 75, I think. By the end of last night, or by the time I woke up this morning, your man Drew had 127-29. Whooped my ass by 26 points.
What do you want, Toops?
So, my squad, of course, Matthew Stafford put up 19.45. Uh, Chuba, Chuba picks and choose when he wants to come to work. Only put up 2.80. Ramondre Stevenson had me looking weak at first, but ended up with 12.40. Puka ended up with 18.05. Neighbors finally showed up a little bit or half the day for 16.4. I mean 16.05. Kate Otten, I don't know what's been going on with him. 6.25. Quentin Johnson, you might as well say he gave me a zero. Uh,
You round down, right?
round down, he gave me 3.45. Fairburn gave me 13.10. And then Washington's defense gave me 10.816. And I thought they were going to stay at the 18 that they was at, but then they let these boys score. Now, just to, shed some light on what's going on in my bench. Elijah Moore, finally, since I picked him up, decides he's going to put up numbers for the Browns. 20.45 on my bench. Then Pat Fairmouth. He's him and Cade been having these on and off weeks. Um, he put up 19.05, man. And I got cooked. I would have beat him. I would have beat him. I would have
if
put up 150.
if you start Fryermuth and Elijah Moore and your flex instead of Quentin Johnston, you win this week
I
because you
win.
lost. You lost by 26 points. I think the difference between and
So I
Fryer.
gave me six, let's just say seven, and then uh Quentin gave me 11, gave me four. So that's 11. These guys put up 39 points. They put up 39 points. That would have put me up by 28 points. I would
No,
have won.
you would have
By
won,
what? I would have won by a point. I would have won by a point.
and that's all that matters, man.
That's it.
Right?
Now,
Every point matters. Every inch matters. You feel me? That's it,
pause. That's what I'll be telling my girl. You feel me? But
hey, it
nah,
is
let
what
me
it
stop
is,
playing.
man. Like,
But let's go to Juicy so I can get this nightmare out my face. 127, 129 is what 127-29 is what Drew put up. Jalen Hurts put up 17.80. Uh Bijan Robinson put up 26.75. Tony Pollard only put up 9.30. I'm gonna save him for last. Tyler Lockett put up 4.85. Travis Kelsey showed up again. Good back to back weeks at 15.5, 15.05. Amari Cooper 4.20. Sanders put up 3.3 at his kicker, and the Houston ended up putting up 354. 3.54. But Jerry Judy, the man of the fucking hour, man. Your man put up 42.50 on me. Nine for nine, not nine receptions, 13 targets, 235 yards, one touchdown, one 2-point conversion, and 8 first downs. I'm gonna be honest, these first downs, a little bit has been letting people slide with these extra points. I don't think I like it. I
you
know we
know,
spoke about it.
it's something that every rule obviously I send out like about March, April. Somebody brings it to my attention, I put it in the thing. If it passes, it passes. If it doesn't, it doesn't, right? And every year I tell the guys, if you want a rule change, for example, Jeff is thinking about pushing back the trade deadline to week 14. Last time you can make a trade is the week before the playoffs. So if that rule passes, then we have until playoffs to make trades. So I mess with the first down rule. So do I, because it's not that much. For example, right?
I'm gonna be honest.
Jerry Judy had 8 first down, right? That's only 2 more extra points. So okay, he doesn't put up 42, he puts up 40.
But still, I ain't gonna front. Like I said, it's gotten certain people extra points. You feel me? And I'm just complaining because I lost this week. I actually fucked with the rule because I think one week I won because of that rule. But yo, at the end of the day, man, him putting up 42 after having him for 5 weeks, and mind you, I started him one game and he ain't do shit, and then the next couple weeks, but that's my fault because we had that conversation about Bo Nix,
Yeah.
and I told you how that offense is coming into what they supposed to look like, and that was
The
the week after I dropped this boy.
the
I just didn't think he was gonna get. I mean, like Bo Nixon is on Denver. My bad, confusing it. I mean, Jameis Winston.
and I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm under the influence, but yo, Jameis Winston done brought these boys back. They playing like
It's
they supposed to, man.
it's my thing. If the Browns started Jameis Winston from the beginning of the season, the Browns could possibly be in the playoff hunt. I believe
Oh, of
Jameis
course.
Winston gives that offense life. He pushes the ball downfield. He is a better passer than Deshaun Booty Hole Rub Watson.
Diddy
Um,
Watson.
Diddy Diddy Watson is
Diddy,
crazy,
Diddy Watson, boy. They
but
shot Diddy Watson.
I think the only thing I wish I was able to do is for quarterbacks. Unfortunately, I cannot give them the first down rule because that includes passing first downs, and I don't think with the amount of passes quarterbacks, amount of attempts they have, that they should get points for first down off passing. I wish there was a way to give them first downs for running because it would give Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels, all the rushing quarterbacks a little bit more, um, kind of a little more advantage over the pocket passers. But unfortunately, I can't do that. So that's the only reason why quarterbacks doesn't get first downs points for first downs. Question: right now, before I get into my and Alex fucking matchup, would there be any rule you'd be willing to propose? Like, what's the first rule? Like, if we had to do rule changes today, is there anything you'd be willing to propose? Because I'm gonna mention it now. Alex and I were talking at Thanksgiving, and he has an interesting idea for waiver dollars. But I want you to go first.
Um, I don't think Jeff is off with the 14 with week 14 trade deadline. I think it gives them playoff teams one last chance to take their team over the top. So I wouldn't mind that. Um,
Now, just before you continue, what about how do you police a team like Chris, right, who's mathematically out of the playoffs, all of a sudden trading? Let's just say Brees Hall is having a monster year. A Brees Hall for I don't fucking know, a Jalen Warren. Like like
Now
how
I
do you
say
police that? Because if I'm in the playoffs and I see and I'm facing Alex in the first round and I see him add a Brees Hall, fucking Jamar Chase or someone of that talent, I would be like, what the fuck, man? I gotta face this motherfucker.
now I know we talked about this before having like a trade committee, taking 4 or 5 guys that we know is gonna unbiasedly rule on certain trades after my situation a couple years
Yeah.
ago, right? And I know you said it's kind of hard to keep up with that during the whole season, but what if we do it for just week 14? Any trades that happen between even the last 2 weeks, even week 13 and 14. You know what I'm saying? We take the first 12 weeks and let whatever outrageous trades happen, let all the trade rate commence during the first 12 weeks. But once we hit week 13 and 14, we take we take 5 people because we understand that some one person might be part of that trade. You feel me? And we would need at least three to two vote on whether or not that trade goes through. And that eliminates that. Now, if it's playoff teams, if it just so happens that 3 of you is in a playoff team, you get what I'm saying? Three of
Yeah.
you are playoff teams, and we have to kind of switch up the committee. Then, of course, it'll be ran by one of us because we can't. One of us have to be there, but we take two other parties that's not involved in the playoffs, and we let them decide, and we just mediate if we're both in the playoffs.
That's something we definitely have to think about. Like I said, when I do come up with any rule proposals for this year, that will be part of it. Is pushing the trade deadline to week 14. Um, Alex, like I said, interesting idea, right? I don't know how this is going to be. I like it. So instead of starting with 200 waiver bucks, right?
Okay.
We all start with 25.
Okay.
You get more waiver bucks
The more
by
you win.
by buying them, and the extra money goes into the pot.
Now, didn't this come up last year with Alex?
It was
Or
more for when we were kind of thinking about the dynasty stuff.
that's what I because I know this has
Yeah.
come up before,
So it
and
was
I
more
wasn't
thinking about
opposed
the
to it.
dynasty. So what I'm saying, what the conversion was is before the season starts, before week 1 kicks off, is every dollar, right? Is it every dollar is 5 waiver bucks, right? Before the season.
I think we talked about it, and I think
So and then he said in season will be 2 for 1. So every dollar you spend, you get 2 waiver bucks.
okay.
And then after the deadline is 1 for 1. But like I said, that and his reason behind it, kidney stone rule, pass a large kidney stone that week.
You yeah, I'm not with that. I'm
So
not, kidney stone rule is crazy.
automatically win your match. So his reasoning behind that is because Alex has been trying to. He's been every year I put whether we should move up the buy-in, move it up. And Alex is a big advocate of moving up the buy-in. He said, "This is a great league. We spent so much time and effort into this league. He would at least see it. He would at least want to see it to anywhere between 200 to 300, right? So since and we moved it up from 100 to 150. Everybody was down for that. But he wants another, let's say, $50. So what he's saying is, okay, since we won't move it up $50. How about we get extra money added towards the buy-in? So now you would pay 150 for your buy-in, and let's say you go, fuck it, I don't use waiver bucks. I'm only going to get me an additional 25. Then that extra money you spend goes into the
The
pool.
buy-in. Okay.
Now, someone like Jeff who blows his, blows his load week 1, he might be like, hey, you know what? I spent waiver bucks like crazy. Let me put an additional $70 towards my waivers. So now Jeff paid the 150 plus the 70. So that extra 70 gets added onto the
Added to the
waiver.
pool.
So
And
everybody will
and
be
I'm not
different.
gonna lie, that's good because it does grow the pot grows as we're going through the season. And I'm not gonna lie, every time there's a draft party, is you having a draft party, and you come out of pocket a
No,
lot.
no,
So
I'm not gonna sit here. Guys do chip in, right?
no, of course, guys definitely chip
I'm
in, but there's
not
a
gonna
lot
sit
of
here and
time.
say that, but guys definitely do chip in and send me money, and I appreciate it. Whether it's $1 or $10 or whatever they send, it's because, like you said, it's a group thing, right? I try to do it for the group, and luckily we have the league where the guys be like, hey, I'll throw you 25. I throw you 25 for hosting and buying the food and stuff. So I appreciate the guys for that.
So and that's what I'm saying. That's pretty much the point. Instead of them throwing it in for that, let's just put all that money. Yo, guys, instead of y'all putting up the 25 for the food that week, put up the 25 for y'all fab points, right? And at the end of the year or right before we do the draft, we take money out of that winning. And all right, how much is it normally? Probably about $150 that you spend a year just for that party.
Uh, yeah, probably depending on like what I like. If I'm depending on how much people like, that's why I usually try to get a head count to see how much stuff I'm gonna
So
need.
so
But
let's just go on a high end and say 200.
let's say
You
two.
can
Yeah.
take that. Normally, what's our pot? Normally every year at the
So
150.
it'll be $1,800 for everybody's buy-in.
So everybody's buying equals up to 18.
Yeah.
Like you said, somebody like Jeff is gonna probably put up 70. Somebody like Alex is probably gonna put up 70. I'm probably gonna put up 70 because I'm active in the wire because I don't do many trades during the year. So I'm active.
Yeah.
So by the end of the year or by the end of the season, we might be at 2,500, even 3,000. I don't mind you taking 200 out of the 3,000 to go. Hey, let's go set up for the party. You get what I'm saying?
Listen, I
It pretty
think
much pays for itself.
I think that's something that I know I'm gonna put in because Alex brought it up to me. What I was thinking is how to determine a draft order for next year. All right. Now, hear this out. We bid actual money for your draft position.
Okay.
So let's say someone someone wants first priority, right? We put what I'm thinking is you put like numbers in a hat, pull it out. Oh shit,
In alternate order.
the first priority is here. What's the bidding? And people bid, and that extra money goes into the pot.
You can
So
do that as well.
let's say you want the first priority because you know you want the first pick. Let's just say. So let's say you bid $45. Now that's yours. So now that extra $45 that you just spent will go towards the pot for the end of the year. And the thing with that is um if nobody bids on it, let's just say if like the 12th priority comes up, no one bids, that will go back in the thing and then we'll just keep pulling. And you know what? If everything gets bidded on and you end up with the 12th priority, oh well the 11th because the champion gets the 12th, hey, you didn't want to bid any money, this is what you're stuck with.
Let's do it.
That's what I'm thinking, right?
Let's do it.
I would love to see if everyone's down for that because if that's the case, we would need to have like a live call for everybody to be on.
That I'm gonna be real with you, right? I'm gonna be real with you. If we're gonna do that, right? That I think everybody has to be there. That's I think because of that change and because of how important it is, we should all make the proper adjustments to be there that weekend. Even if you're flying there for one day. Let's get everybody together.
Listen, I would I would love like we were thinking what is something we can do to make the draft order, right? We've done the combine and then it was hard for you out of town. Like, you know, I get it that you did it over FaceTime, Drew FaceTime, whatever it was. But it's just hard. And now we got another out of towner. So now we got 4 out of town people, right? We got you in Atlanta, we got Drew in Tennessee, we got Jeff.
And
Well, Jeff really comes down anyway, so I'm not worried about Jeff. A possibility of Eddie being in Arizona, and now we got Trav in Virginia. So that's 4 out of the 12 guys. So that's a third of the league. You know what I mean? A quarter of the league. No, a third. Yeah, because it's 4. Yeah, a third of the league of the guys. Oh shit, not being there. So we were
I
thinking of
felt Drew stood up and my phone fell.
we were just thinking of what's something we can do that'll be easier. Alex brought up 2 things. We either do arcade games, so like Pop a Shot, Skee Ball, and we can all find a David Buster's wherever we are. We can all find an arcade wherever we are, right? So he was thinking something like that. You go to arcade, hit a couple shots, throw a couple balls in the hole, and then whatever
Whoa.
arcade games.
Hey yo.
Or or he was thinking bring it back to our big boy roots and do a White Castle Crave Case challenge.
So
Hold on, because we thought about the out of towners.
Doing for you, bro.
The out of towners, it's almost 2 White Castle burgers equals 1 cheeseburger from McDonald's.
now, in the South, they have this thing called crystals. Is White Castle for the South. Now, with the incident that I just had, that ain't healthy for me. I got I can't do that, brother, man. And I'm not trying to do that because I made a vow when I moved down to Georgia that I would never eat crystals because I grew up on White Castle. So I couldn't do that either way. Whether I could eat that shit or not, I wasn't going to eat crystals.
So right now, that's something we've been trying to think about is how to do another, like what to do. Like start looking ahead. You can blend it. Something we're trying to think ahead now so we can make any kind of plans and set dates.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I love the auction idea. I love it because I already know what pick I want, and I don't know, and I don't mind putting up the bag for my pick. Point blank. Period.
Listen, if the crew's down for it and the league is down for it, if
I'm gonna let y'all know now, just to start off, my bid is gonna be $100 for my pick.
so
I'm gonna keep it 100 with all of y'all.
$100 plus your 150 buy-in.
Yes, so that puts me at 250. Y'all might end up with some bread out of me this year. I'm gonna be honest. All the fab points I'm gonna buy, or boy. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know the knock your head off league. That's gonna pay. I'm gonna give you all of that because I feel like I'm about to win it.
Look, all I'm saying is something to think about, but because let's go back to the last matchup of the week, man. The tightest, the closest. I froze for a bit. We getting auctioned. Listen, I know anybody darker than this right here is gonna go before me, so I'm good. All right, they need strong brothers out there on the field, man. But the tightest matchup of the week, right? I was sweating it out on Monday night. Put it like this, right? I was up a decent amount. I'm lying. I was up 44.4 points heading into Sunday night against Alex. I had Bo Nix. He had Josh Allen. He had Josh Allen, Khalil Shakir, and the Broncos defense. I'm up 44 points. I know I got Bo Nix Monday night. I should be straight. Fuck Josh Allen and fuck that play that this guy lateraled it back because Josh Allen received 2 touchdowns that play. He got a passing touchdown with passing yards, and he got a receiving touchdown with receiving yards. So fuck Josh Allen for that 13-point swing right there, man. Like I was pissed. I was up 3 points heading into Monday night. I'm feeling confident. I got a quarterback. He has a defense. I know as soon as the ball kicks off, the defense will give him 10 points to begin with. So he's up. Bo Nix is doing shit first half. Shit has me nervous. They get a pick. I'm fucking shaking, right? Should have gotten 3 TDs. Fuck you, Alex. You should have got 1. I'm shaking. Kevin's laughing. Bo Nix has that 93-yard touchdown. I'm like, let's fucking go. Puts me up 7, I think, at that point. Not gonna lie, I doze off like in the fourth quarter. I wake up, I look at my phone, I'm like, oh shit. Jameis Winston threw another 2 picks, 1 pick six. He threw 3 picks, 2 pick sixes, and then another pick, and he got sacked 5 times. So this Broncos defense almost cost me the matchup, man. So I win 140-40 to 140-25, right?
Boy, you won by the
bro,
little chin hairs on the top of your head.
For real, bro. Like, so Josh Allen, 33.9 points. Derrick Henry, 15.6.
Oh, you ain't like that joke about your daddy that he ain't got no hair on his head?
Kenneth Walker, 6.1. AJ Brown, 12.6. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 12.65. Trey McBride, 23.35. Khalil Shakir, 7.25. Brandon Aubrey, 8.6. And Broncos defense with 2020. Perfect vision. All right. Broncos defense. Now let's go over the scoring breakdown real quick because these motherfuckers. So they got 3 points for each sack. They got 6 points for the 3 interceptions, 12 points for the 2 touchdowns, and then just their overall defense, -1. Stat correction, Alex wins instead. That's the only thing I'm fucking worried about. It's a stat correction coming 2 or 3 days from now and giving Alex the win. Trust me, I've been looking. There's only been 2 stat corrections all season, so hopefully week 13 is not another one.
So that will be payback.
Listen, you say payback like I did it. I didn't do it. Like that would be paid. I had no fucking thing with that, bro.
Yo, you don't understand. I should have been that should have been my first chip, my boy.
You that stat correction knocked you out of the championship game.
Oh man, I'm still hurting
That's
from
that
that
correct.
one.
I'll never forget that shot. I was like, oh shit, Pat won. And then all of a sudden you hit me up 3 days later, like, yo, what the fuck? Why am I playing in the third place game? I'm like, I don't fucking know. And I forgot what it was. They either ruled a fumble against you or a fumble for someone else.
Some
Either way,
bullshit.
that's that correction, fucked you over. But now we got the winning team. I was never sweating this game. All that shit I was talking, I was fucking lying. Because a real champion doesn't sweat. You feel me?
Boy, your asshole was talking to you, huh?
Oh, look what Alex just wrote. Right? So, like I said, I had Bo Nix Monday night 17.1. Kyron Williams, thank you, Pat, 20.05. Joe Mixon, who's been my RB1 pretty much all year, 23.9. Nico Collins, 21.15. Shout out, Pat, for sending me Nico, man.
Boy, yo, I ain't gonna front.
CD Lamb, Thursday night. I kid you not, point shaving. He was dropping, literally coming across the middle, hitting his hands, and he was throwing them shits down. Right?
Your man was doing the Michael Jackson.
6.4 points for fucking CD Lamb. TJ Hawkinson, 6.55. Right? Garrett Wilson, 9.85 points. Thank you, Chris Boswell with 14-4. And thank you to Chargers defense with 21 even. 4 interceptions off of Captain Kirk. 1 touchdown, 1 fourth down stop, 1 forced fumble, 1 sack. I needed every fucking point that they gave me. Now listen to this, man. I was getting laughed at by Alex and his advisor on his team. Laughed at on Thanksgiving night, right? We're over there talking. We're playing a couple car games. All I hear is, you should have started Jaden Reed. Oh, fuck you, Alex, and fuck your advisor for talking shit. You know what? Because I knew what was going to happen. It was karma. It was payback. I wasn't worried. I knew I was going to come out on top. You feel me? But, Jalen, if you're still in here, if there's any kind of rule proposal that you have in mind right now, what would it be? I would like to know. What's up, boy? So if the bidding doesn't go through, right, for the auction for our draft positions, if the league is too cheap to say fuck this, I'm not spending any extra money than what I need to spend, what else can we do? Because we already did the gender swap joint, right? They were loving some Wendy Williams and Conrad and some Selena with Kevin. Because they were the top 2 motherfuckers. I don't know what else we could do, man. I'm kind of running out of ideas.
Boy, we might have to revisit. You know how what's that show, The Gauntlet? You know how they revisited some of their best events, like the World versus whatever show was popping at it. We might have to revisit that, or it might have to get extreme out here in these streets. Might have to add some BMX bikes or something. He can make it crucial this year. But it's something that we just gonna have to sit down and think about. Like, what you had any idea besides the auction?
So Alex, we're not doing this. All right, we're not going bowling. Your ass bowled a 300. Your ass.
No, Alex. We only do that if you win the chip. If you win the chip, you have no choice but to get the 12th pick. We could go bowling because that's what you want to do.
So what I saw on Reddit, I believe, because I'm in a commissioner thing and they throw ideas and that's how I got the idea for the gender swap. I saw someone else doing it. So what they do the 2-4-6-8 challenge, right? So now the 2-4-6-8 challenge, they do it where you have to run 2 miles, eat 4 slices of pizza, drink 6 beers, and eat 8 glazed donuts. All right. And the person that does it in the fastest time obviously gets, the higher pick. What I suggest, if we do the 2-4-6-8 challenge, but you decide if you want to run 2 miles or you want to just drink 2 beers, run 4 miles, like you get to pick how many miles you'll be willing to run, how many beers you'll be willing to drink, how many donuts you want to eat, and how many pizzas you want. So I don't know how people feel about the 2-4-6-8 challenge, and we let everyone decide. Like, if you tell me, yo, I want to do 2 miles, 4 beers, 6 slices, 8 donuts, then that's your thing. If I want to do 2 beers, 4 miles, 6 donuts, 8 slices, then that's my thing. But
so you get to pick what number goes to what.
So that's what I'm saying. I would suggest that, right? Because certain people don't like beer that much, so they might want to do the 2 beers instead of 6 beers or 8 beers.
Now
you know what I mean?
We have to keep in mind, right? Once again, I have 2 more procedures that have to be done. I don't know what I'm going to be able to ingest after that last procedure.
All I know is we have Travis that cried like a bitch during our combine when he had to chug the beer. Bro, cried like he quit. I kid you not. Ask anyone in the league that was there, right? Minus you and Drew, because you guys are the only ones, obviously. Ask any other 9 guys, not including myself, how he cried. Bro, he cried. He had a
literal tears.
He had a panic attack with the blue moon and cried and said, I can't do this, man. Right? And then we had Jalen. We had Jalen, who, for whatever reason, flipped his head up like this, took the bottle of Blue Moon, and went like this.
Whoa.
Yo,
that is...
I might still have the videos. Hold on. Let me see real quick.
Yo, y'all was on some type of different time in that year, huh?
I might have the videos for that shit, man. Because we were
freaky deaky man.
Where the fuck we were cracking up when Travis had quit and stuff. Fuck, where the fuck is? I know I have it, man. Oh, I gotta find it. I got it because. Oh, yep. Damn. Look. Damn. I got it. No, and then we got Trav crying. Oh, come on. Then we got. Oh shit!
Oh,
come on! He's like, I can't.
You gotta send me those.
Your man said I did not stroke it. Now you're dragging Jalen. I just got video proof, bro.
Yo, he didn't even say that. He just showed the video. You said stroke it.
I got video proof of you head back and you one hand at the base and one hand at the shaft, and you just Jalen was just going
to work.
My head definitely went up, but I did not twist my arms, bro.
Whoa.
No, the two hand twist on a blue moon is dirt nasty work, yo.
Yo, the 2-hand stroking off is crazy, huh?
But I don't know, man. That's the only things I got in mind. The 2-4-6-8 challenge. If we auction off the stuff until someone comes on, I'm out of ideas this year, man. We might go old school, pick names out of a hat or some shit. If we can't do it,
you know what I think we need to we might need to revisit, one of the all-time best shows and just go digging in the crates and seeing what we can pull off, because I know it's still available to go watch. So I'll probably take these last couple of days before I go back to work and actually watch the whole. How many seasons was it? 5?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch all 5 seasons and I'll get back to you with an idea.
Because something So we need something out here, man. I don't like the names out of the hat. I think that shit's corny. I want you to be able to decide where you want to pick, right? Whether if it's kind of some kind of athletic event that we're doing, whether it's some kind of eating competition, whether it's I don't know. We go shot for shot, and the person as they start bowing out on shots, then that's it.
Hey, you know there's something that we've been.
What's up? Wait, I don't like where this is going, bro.
Boy, we could bring it back. We could bring it back. We could bring it back. I don't know if Brian is still up to it.
Is the person in last place? Unfortunately, Jalen, no one else. It did not pass. Unfortunately, it only passed with me, Alex, and I believe you at Chino's wedding last year. Everybody else, fuck no. So unfortunately, no.
Hell no. But we could bring it back, man, to the shot streaks.
Oh my god. Yeah, I might have to pass on that one. I might have to pass. I like the shot for shot idea. That is the only thing I can think of, right?
Jalen, there's this gold mine that we ran across a couple years ago. We can't say it on here, but just know we got some.
So hold on. Let's just give them the ingredients. Liquor, a liquor, spoon, and a straw. You know, that was. You know what? That was all.
And so people don't.
That was all happy going to Binghamton University and coming back, hanging out with all the white boys. So thanks, happy for that shit.
Listen, all I'm gonna tell you is there is no brown cinnamon donut hole that you got to worry about. All right, that's not included, Jalen. So don't get excited. But the straw, the spoon, and we can't do tequila. We can't do vodka.
We did vodka.
No, it was
vodka.
I thought it was Bacardi Gold.
No, bro, it was vodka.
We're not doing vodka.
It was because we used this much of the fucking bottle, and we thought Brian died when he was upside down.
Pause. Yo, y'all don't understand, all right?
You know, remember we held him. We had him like this. He upside down. He did it, and then he falls, and he just stays there for like 5 minutes, and then wakes up and like, I'm fucking lit. I would never forget that shit, yo. I was like,
some sick individuals.
I was like, oh shit, my mom's gonna kill me. All I kept thinking was like, my mom's gonna kill me. My mom's gonna kill me.
Brian is dead. Brian is dead.
He started bleeding out his nose and everything.
Then he was like, yo, I don't think it was blood because I had some red candy earlier. He's like, it could be the candy or it could be blood.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's too close.
What the fuck? I'm in.
All right, there we go. He's in.
I don't know. We're about to end this shit, Pat. When's your procedures, man? When do we need the EFL to have you in our prayers, man?
Man, I go in for a visit on Thursday, so after Thursday, I know when the next procedure is, and then after that, towards the middle of the year, I'll be having that third one. So,
and then from there, you should be good as far as procedure wise.
It's procedure wise, I should be fine. Yeah.
All right, well, we're about to end this shit until next week, and in playoffs, we would know this time next week if we're in who's in, who's out, what are the matchups, and we should do some live betting. We should have some parlays going on in the EFL.
We can do that. Appreciate you, brother, man.
But we off this, bro. If y'all watching, appreciate y'all. If y'all didn't, fuck you guys as always.
Exactly.